Hey guys, so you probably remember the Kerdi waterproofing stories I did on Instagram and the video on YouTube. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this box and I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to make the bottom half another Kerdi sample, but this time I'm going to fill it with water and we're just going to leave it in the corner, and we'll see how long it holds water before any water starts to leak into the box. What I'm going to do with the second half, the upper half, is that I'm just going to put it together, seal it up, but I'm not going to put any waterproofing in it, and we're going to put water in the box and we're going to see what happens to it. Like how quickly does the water, once it touches the box, start to come through the box, so we can kind of get a control sample. Okay, so I'm gonna do this first box water test outside because I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen when I pour water into this box. But I'm just doing this so we can see how quickly the water will absorb through the cardboard. That'll give us an idea when we do the Kerdi box, if it starts to leak, how quickly we'll see this water start to penetrate through the outside layer of the cardboard. So let's do it. So it took about 45 seconds to start leaking and started right in this corner. It's really soft here. I could put my finger through it if I wanted to. And then you can see the other corner started leaking pretty quick too. Move around to the other side. We've got more built up on this corner. And then of course the bottom, once I turned it over, was pretty wet. It's Kerdi time. I like to start by putting the preformed corners in first. Then I put the banding in. You can either do vertical first or horizontal, doesn't really matter because they don't overlap. And then I'll generally put the walls in and then last the floor. In this case it's a box, so it didn't matter which one went first. But that's how I like to do it when I'm actually in the field working on a shower. Okay, so our Kerdi test box is dry, and now it's time to fill it up. So today is Tuesday, April 23rd, and we're going to fill up the box. Days in, and here's how the Kerdi box looks. We've got no signs of leaking at any of the corners or the edges, which are the most vulnerable. Hey guys, so it's now been 7 days. I filled this box up last Tuesday. Today it's the next Wednesday, and there are no signs of water leaking. Hey guys, so just a quick update on the Kerdi test I've been doing. So it's now 13 days later since I filled it up. And you can see here on the edges, all around the box, there's absolutely no sign of any water penetrating through the screen. Hey guys, so here's another update. It's been 20 days since I built this Schluter box and filled the water up. Looking around the perimeter again, I don't see any signs of water leaking through. Hey guys, I'm back checking on the Schluter box I made. It's been 33 days now. Hey guys, so here's an update on the Schluter test I started. It's been 42 days that this has been sitting here filled up with water. Okay, so it's been 50 days since I originally built this Kerdi test sample, and there are no signs of leaks. I think 50 days is long enough to prove that this system doesn't leak. You're never gonna have water sitting in your shower for 50 days. So now let's do another test. I'm going to drain the water out. I'm going to make a slit in the corner, cutting through both layers of Kerdi, and then we're going to fill the box back up and see how long it takes to leak. This will also show us that what a leak looks like in this scenario through the cardboard and how long it takes for the water to get through with just a little slit. Because remember, in the beginning of the video, we already took a look at how quickly the box would leak if we just filled it up with water with nothing in it. So now we'll take a look with a slight compromise to the membrane. What does that look like in terms of a leak? So let's get started. Would you look at that? I didn't even spill a drop. I guess getting yelled at as a kid does work. Okay, now that I've made a slight slit in the box, I've cut through both layers of the Kerdi to make sure that we're into the box there. And you can't see it at all, but it's very slight and it's definitely there. So let's fill the box back up. We'll see how long it takes to leak. Here again, the leak formed at about 45 seconds, just like the control sample. You can see it grew pretty big, pretty fast. So this was a really important next step we did in the testing to really show us what was going on. I had this Kerdi in here, as you know, for 50 days. We had no signs of leaking. I then made a slight cut into the Kerdi using a razor knife, which is about 10/1000ths of an inch thick, the cut. And the Kerdi membrane, when you put the thin set together, is about 20/1000ths of an inch thick, the thin set. So I made a slit that was half the thickness of the thin set that is used for the waterproofing in the box. And within 45 seconds, I started seeing water leaking through, as you saw in the video. And you can see how much has come through now. And I've already emptied the water out. But this is a substantial amount of water that came through just a little slit. That's 10/1000ths of an inch wide, and it was about 1.5 inches long. So that's pretty impressive, because that shows you that after 50 days, this system is actually holding the water out and is waterproof. And we proved that by once we compromise the system, we immediately see a leak, we see the water, we can easily tell that the water has come through. So after all these tests, I'd probably safely be able to say that Kerdi is a waterproof system. You will not have a problem with it if done correctly. I have seen videos where people are talking about that it's leaking, but there is a point. If you don't install anything properly, it's gonna leak, or there's gonna be a problem with it. In this case, I went 50 days, no leaks on here, cut a little cut into the membrane, immediately got a leak. So this pretty much proves that Kerdi works when installed properly. So if you're going to use this system, make sure you understand how to use it. Check out the video on how Kerdi works. I don't show you how to install it in there, but I give you some of the ideas of how it works and what you need to make it work. Schluter also gives training, along with other companies give training for those products, and I highly recommend that you take companies up on their training and learn how to do it properly. This also helps you with any warranty issues. I hope this test has helped you see whether this works properly. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the like button if you like this video, and I'll see you next time.